Late night gaming. This is the developer commentary of my playthrough of this game. Uh, okay. I'm Akima, by the way, if you don't know. So yeah, this is the game I made like 2 years ago. I actually don't remember when I made this, but I think I did make it 2 years ago. Either that or last year. But actually, I don't remember much from last year. Yeah. So, I'm Akima, by the way. But regardless, this I guess is just a developer commentary. So let's get into it. Now I'm gonna be doing normal mode, normal progression mode. You can hard mode is really difficult. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it out a lot, but like, yeah, safe to say, uh, this is a game I haven't done in like a long time. So normal mode. Okay, so it's raining. That up. My keyboard is kind of scuffed, everyone. So just bear with me. We'll get through this. My keyboard likes really being disobedient. I don't know why. Anyway, the paper thingy is literally just I was like, how do I make a diegetic way to add like instructions to the game without ruining like the mystique or mystery? So we have this, that. So this is why we have the survival notes. What else? Oh, okay. So this whole environment is actually modeled based on the living room that I had my desk in. This was the layout I had of my desk. This the window was actually like a full window that was like kind of like that. Had the curtain and everything, and this was actually a side door, or like a sliding door that was just off to the side, with the curtain there too, and then the curtain there, and then this is actually just the left of the room, which is actually meant to be like a living room type of area. The game itself, I had nothing really to model it after, except the character. The character's modeled after Shulk, like color scheme wise, with the red and yellow. And I had this interesting idea where, if you notice here, some bits have grass while others don't, and I basically made it so that the things with grass or vines are actual physical objects, but the ones that don't are fakes, which is a way to determine between like what is fake and what is real, which is actually kind of immediately broken by these platforms up here. The reason why the physics is kind of broken, because I actually don't know how to make a platformer game that well, so I kind of followed like a tutorial. That's why you can do things like that, like just like slide across, because I think it carries the velocity like it wants to move forward. Yeah, it's moving forward, so it takes the speed with that into account. The music, I made it myself. Everything here I made myself. It was a really fun process. And these like that's not good. And these little things here are actually meant to be like a natural way to add instructions. And then with the enemies, I just wanted a way. The enemies, I got kind of lazy because I didn't know what to do for the enemies, so I just made them like, I was like, what if we just made them red balls, man? I had like nothing. All right, Watch Your Step is like genuinely a hard level. Okay, now we have the lurker and the window crawler. So the lurker is here and the window crawler is right there. Oh yeah, since this, you can tell this last platform is meant to be fake, so you kind of have to time your jumps properly. Regardless, might notice it's raining. Normally it's not meant to be raining, actually. It's a random chance for the game to start raining. Normally it's, by default, it's a clear night, and oh, look at that, he's starting to make his progression, the lurker. And in some other cases, the moon could also be red, which is an interesting thing. there's a secret up here where you can just jump and avoid most of the bottom stuff there. You got a checkpoint. You can go here. I think you're able to get onto here, but doesn't seem to be so. Enemies can be attacked for health if you're ever like running out of health, so that's good. The lurker actually works in a pretty interesting way. If they're the same thing as the window creep crawler, where every 5 seconds it does a random number check, which is based on their AI number or AI value, and if that check is true, they progress one level, which is what the window crawler does. It progresses up to 5 stages until it's up at your window. The thing is, the lurker is actually pretty interesting, simply because it can go backwards. So it could either progress right now, which is I think to this side, or it could go back to its previous phase. Regardless, in every new level, the AIs or the AI value numbers change. They increase to increase by 1. So that's to ensures that the game is always creeping in difficulty. So yeah. So this level was meant to be a platform level, as in it has those moving platforms. But I realized that moving platforms were kind of broken. Moving platforms were kind of broken, so I just decided to ditch them. Okay, there you go. You can use your curtains to take them away. Pretty cool stuff, if I recall. And then just keep going. This honestly became like the most boring one for me after I changed it from like a moving platforms one to a just straight dash. Okay, so this one is screen creep. This little buddy. I don't even remember where the inspiration for screen creep came from. I just thought to myself, like, might as well have something appearing in the monitor. Oh, and my keyboard died. So that's gonna be a pain to deal with. Just unplug and replug. Like closed. An interesting fact about this is there's a chance where it resets your progress every single time I think in default or like I think in normal or hard mode it has a chance to reset your progress every time you close the computer. Every time you do this, which is important for another character later on, so I thought it was a natural way just to mess with the player. You know, increase difficulty without increasing like what you have to deal with. Also, it's just kind of mean, which I found really funny. My minuscule minute pillars. I don't even really know where I came up for the names. I just kind of thought of them. Okay, light leech. Light leech is the easiest one to explain. Both screen creep and light leech kind of work in the same way. They have like their AI values basically add on like into a gauge where once they hit their max, they're at their max phase. The only difference is if you're either facing away from the desk or in the game, the screen creep will build up in aggression. And for the light leech, it's basically if you flash it, it'll go down. So that's what I have it. You can see he's flickering right there. I think he's about to attack, but I actually don't remember. About to attack doesn't mean like if I just like look away for like any meaningful like minutes of time, Oh. Okay, he moved. You can notice them progressively getting more and more towards me. So it's easy just to like bait them out. Yeah. Like, see how long. It's all about balancing when is a good time to be playing the game and when is a good time just to be vigilant about the threats around you. See how he's about to pop up, I believe the whole desk turns red if I think he should be on now. Yeah. Basically just look away. Easy as that. He works kind of like a light leash mixed in with this one. So yeah, pretty cool. And we're about to be level 6. Level 6 is not much of a... Basically, level 5 is the midway point where most of the characters are introduced. And there's just one really character that I thought was so funny. Like, in an annoying way. Which I think you're gonna see her in a bit. She's really awesome. Like, she's one of my favorites. Just mechanic-wise. And, like, punishment-wise. Because they are a really cool character. A good rule of thumb is to stop at a checkpoint. Just to survey the surroundings. Okay. This is the only time where I actually left in a platform. I don't even remember why. There was like no point. I removed it in the 3rd level, so why would I keep it in the 6th level? That just makes no sense. I think my keyboard might be bugging out again, but who's to say? After you exiting the monitor. Oh, yep. Okay. I've been getting to FNAF lately again. A fun fact. Mostly just because the 2nd movie was out and I watched it. So like, yeah. Is it time? No, it's okay. It's not time. Meaning I think it's in level 8 and 10. Level 8 to 10 are my... Oh. I think my... Yeah, my keyboard really likes being mean to me today. Oh. As the game progresses, enemies get more hard, like, more active, which, you know, it's a good rule of thumb. It's kind of like a One Nights at Flumpties, where enemies, like, instead of, like, over the course of 5 nights, where instead of over the course of 5 nights, the threats get introduced to you, like, hourly? Well, it's not really hourly here. Where they introduce sequentially, I'd say, depending on your progress of the game. Also, I made it so you have to be touching ground to actually exit. Oop, there we go. Okay. You can see me actually. I might actually have to lock in for this game. Can you believe it? Locking in for like your own game, which the game you know like the ins and outs of because you made the. I might be cooked, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, this is risky, but the risk is like there's no Yeah. The risk is there's no like checkpoints in level 7, I think. Also, don't think there's like much enemies in you encounter, so like even like the amount of okay, my keyboard glitched out. So basically, what happens when you lose the game is you get stripped of your flashlight and all enemies go to level 20 except the last one. So basically, you can really do nothing. There's like nothing to do. You can't check anything. So either the light leecher gets me or like one of these guys get me. And it's a light leecher. So this is the game over screen. Yep, pretty basic. Tell you like what you did wrong. My keyboard. That's the reason why like I died in the game. My keyboard was my keyboard's like really acting up. Okay, it's back. Okay, I'll probably lock in for a bit to like. I'll meet you guys back at where I previously was. Second playthrough, and I realize it's the blood moon, and it's no longer raining, thankfully. So yeah. Okay, so we're back to where we were, with the minuscule green minute pillars ensnared. Okay, buddy. So yeah, I believe after this level, it's going to be a really interesting threat, actually. So yeah, you might notice it's a blood moon, which is actually one of the Easter eggs here that you can occur in the game. I'm really lucky. I don't know if I'm just really lucky, but like, you're not meant to normally get that, so a little surprise for you there. It's a good strategy just to bait some enemies out, just to ensure. Yeah. Creature feature is the most. Here she is. Mother is an amazing character because of like how it changes everything you have to balance with in this game. Basically, once she's opening the door, you can't use your flashlight. You can't have any lights on. So you have to close this. You can't do that. You just have to keep it closed. It does have the added benefit where a closed monitor doesn't invoke screen creep. Which is always a plus, so yeah. There. Sometimes you gotta rage bait him, you know? You coming? Guys, I actually don't know if I think you just reset back. Okay. Let's at least get to the checkpoint first before we do anything rash. The best thing about this one is you can literally just wait for him to come forwards. This one is always a gamble. This one you can just wait somewhere else. In fact, by the time I get back, yeah, already built up. And now that's 2 threats still dealt with. Whoops. Basically, when Mother catches you, you can't have flashlight or play the game for 5 seconds, which is really bad if you keep forgetting about a little friend over there. Or a little friend over here. Basically, there's a random number for her to appear. From 10, I believe. Every 10 seconds, there's a random chance for her to appear. Okay. Now we really gotta balance our steps. Never finger. Ooh. Okay. Whoops. It seems like okay, that was really unlucky. You can really tell they're all starting to get so much more aggressive that you actually have to. It's genuinely horrifying to deal with. Because it's level 9, dude. There's 10. Come on. You know you wanna. There. You can always bait him out. Actually, no. It's not bait him out. Just wait him out. Ooh. Now he's starting to build up too to max. If you let him build up and if you let him stay at max for too long, yeah, that's when the jump scare happens. You can literally avoid this whole level by staying up here. You can tell because of the collisions. You don't have to close the monitor, but at the same time, there's always the risk of like progression reset. Okay, that was unlucky. So let's just close this curtain and hope for the better. Flush this dude. Make sure he's always at 0. The thing which I don't want is screen creep and this one to be on, because then that's a real like that's trouble. That's trouble. So right here, you can tell which ones the platforms are because of the grass tufts. Oop. Also, the longer the game is, the like farther your progression, the more the longer she stays. Oh, like keeps the door open. Oh. Also, the theme for Mother, I composed that myself using like, what's it called? Beatbox, I think it was called. I composed all the game's music in Beatbox, which is really funny because I don't use it anymore. But for what it was really good. Oh, okay. I might be cooked, but we're on level 10. There's 10 levels to this game, and that's the last one. So, it's safe to say we're almost there. I do find it funny that like you can still move. Also note how you're able to close the monitor. Close the monitor anywhere. This one's a really fun one, the 100-meter dash. It's basically just the last, like, final leg of the whole game. Basically, it's also good to note how her eyes turn red when the bad stuff is about to happen. So as long as you don't have your... That's not good. As long as you don't have your monitor open when her eyes are red, it's Also, I managed to cut that one at a time. There's a small delay between when you're actually in trouble versus when like when the door opens to when you're actually in trouble. So saving graces. So get ready to hear that noise a lot now that we're in the final stretch of the game. Oh, okay, that was a dumb idea. I didn't realize what I was doing. It's always good to ensure he's at 0. Huh? Oh. Okay, that was lucky. Because if, like, screen creep came on, or anybody else, I might have been cooked. Okay. There he is. Notice how they're getting more aggressive. So yeah, this is starting to get like actually terrifying. To balance. Notice how like I only got what a couple steps in. Okay, we were lucky that time that she only like. The actual level itself of the 100, like level 10, is insanely long. For I think obvious reasons, because it's the last level. It's also the moment you have to deal with the most. So I thought instead of like making more complex actions, I should just make it one simple action, and it's just to run as fast as you can. I shouldn't. I heard it as I went in, so. I think it's one of these two that's about to get me. So. Really none. You? Okay. I'm barely playing the game at this point. I'm just like checking everything that's around me. This is technically why 2020 mode is easier than like hard mode. Mostly because you don't have to play the game in 2020 mode. In 2020 mode, it's literally just to survive like from 12 to 6 a.m. base, like FNAF. I don't know what each of these people's progressions are. Okay. Ooh, I think I respawned. I restarted at the... I think my progress got restarted. Notice how without mud this would be really easy. Normal strat is like once mother comes in through, close a random curtain. Doesn't even have to be like correct. Just close a curtain. Okay, that was my bad. I had to adjust one of my earbuds. Come on. I'm getting nowhere, guys. I'm getting literally nowhere. I feel like I'm gonna get got. Thank you. Most likely case of like closed curtain is always always window creeper, because majority of the time because of how linear their progression is, they're always by the door, always by the window. I should check this one. Really? Not yet? There we go. Full moon doesn't actually mean anything. It's just a cosmetic look. Blood moon, if you guys are wondering. This is where the real fun of the game is. Just balance. Like, how do you balance all these elements that are coming at you just one at a time, unrelentless? Ooh, that's not good. Okay. Should we do a quick time lapse of me just trying to beat level 10? Because once it gets to level 5, it's going to be really easy. Once it gets to the ending phase of the game. Actually made it a grace period where to get rid of this one you only have to look away for 2 seconds. While the light leecher, the window guys, you actually have to close the curtain. They're active for 5 seconds before they get you, so there's like a grace period of within like 3 seconds where you can look away without having to deal with the thingy. Damn it. Okay. Okay. That's unlucky. So. One more try. This isn't even like. Actually no. I'll just do easy mode. Because I think it's easier to do that. Or not. I don't know. Actually, I don't really care. Okay, normal mode. One more time. Okay, and we are back. We are back to the final sprint of the game. So this level is genuinely inhumanely simple. That's a dash. That's literally just going from one end to the other end. So yeah, we're almost at the end. At the end, I did really something special for any of you who actually got to the end before. Which I wager like none of you have. So yeah, this is the first time you're gonna see it. You ready? Okay, that's not good. Oh, that's the safest place I've been in. Okay, so there was a caveat where you can only pause. You can only like actually get out of the game if you're touching ground. So you saw that kick into play. Okay, we're almost. At least I think we are. I actually don't know how long the 100-meter dash is in terms of like the game, like how long it takes for you to get there. I should have added more stuff so like you at least know where you were. It's like when, just in case like the level, like the progression resets, you would know immediately instead of being like, oh. Though I guess like being next to a flag should at least indicate where you are in the level. I did it! Survive for 2 minutes, ready? This is the easiest part of the game, by the way. It's the most insanely stressful. I believe this is the music box cover of the Toreador March. Thumbnail, I'll pop it up on screen. That I put in the game. I should have edited, which is probably my bad. But yeah, it is a music box cover of the Toreador March, which is really interesting. I believe this to be like my love letter to FNAF, kind of, in a way. So. We're almost there. 120 minutes. You can tell they're really not all at 2020 mode. Because if they were, they would be like constantly progressing throughout. Here we go. Sleep. And that's late night gaming. Oh, okay, maybe not. And that's late night gaming. That's the end. Mind the continue button. I actually tried to get to back to level 10, but like it was so difficult to, so I just resorted to playing on easy mode, which don't worry, it has the same basic progression, but the only different caveat is you can get more lives and progression save, so you can return after death, basically. So I didn't cheat. Regardless, that was late night gaming. I still think it's a very fun game. If you want to get it, why not? But regardless, there's a custom night if you want to see me play that. But regardless, this was Akima and his game, and that's out. I'll be out. Peace.